As a three-time district champion of the Chesapeake District, 836 has become one of the premier teams of the entire Chesapeake region. Now coming to the district championships with an amazing, versatile coral and algae bot. They're here to discuss their whole ground intake, superstructure, and risk mechanism. This is Griffin Connor with Fun, and we're going to go behind the bumpers. So let's take a look at the robot. So you have an amazing ground intake here. Explain that to us.
Yep, so I'm going to pass this over to Colin so he can explain the ground intake.
So this year we wanted to do a ground intake because for the first year, in at least as far as I know, the sources are undefended. So we really want to do a ground intake because if you have just a source or a feeder station intake, you can get defended very easily. So we wanted to do a ground intake that could hand off the end effector back here. And we wanted to make sure that the coral could be fed in any orientation. So the first thought, so we have these wheels down here, and this is what actually holds the coral when it gets intaked. So it'll go like that. And then this top roller right here is all about trying to get it into this orientation so it can be fed. So this the roller here it's kind of crooked like that. And that means when it's getting fed in sideways, it'll want to walk slowly this way. And then when it gets walked, this will grab it and then suck it in. And it's also it's loose, so it's not too much compression and it's not just jamming into the side of it. And then for the handoff portion, we have these two adjustable hard stops because our handoff position is up here. And so this is outside the frame perimeter. So we wanted to make a way for it to fold in during startup. And so this is how it starts up, and then once it deploys, it'll go like that, and then the hard stops are active. And since we have the hard stops, we're able to just drive this into the hard stops as hard as possible, so we get really fast handoffs.
All right, tabling.
So as you can see, we slam the intake right into it, and it makes a quick handoff into our end effector system, which we can talk about now.
So we kind of split our elevator system into two segments. We split it into a virtual 4-bar and then also an elevator function itself. So the elevator is a vertical elevator attached to the virtual 4-bar. The 4-bar is how we get those extreme angles on the L4 and L3 scoring positions because they are different angles. Moving past that, we built it into the end effector, which the end effector is a complete wrist, so it's able to do 360, allowing us to be able to score on both sides of the robot if we need to. It also helps us gain this exact positioning, and it opens up the opportunity to be able to score in all the different areas while also being able to intake from the source as well. So I'm going to pass it off to Dom so he can talk a little bit about code after he shows off some of the intake. All right, I'm going to pass it off to Dom so he can talk a little bit about the programming that goes into this robot.
All right. So when we look at the programming aspect behind all of the superstructure, we have two separate systems, what we like to call them, that have to work synchronized. We can run into very different issues. One of which being if our elevator is too low, it can run into the intake here. So what we try to do is we added in a lot of different safety protocols in order to ensure that no matter what happens, the end effector here never runs into the intake. Because what will happen is it'll skip the chains up here at the top. So in order to ensure that these safety protocols, as you saw whenever we first enabled at the beginning, the intake went out a little bit. That way then the whole lift system can raise and go into the stow position, allowing it, and then the intake came right back in order to ensure it was all done safely. Enabling. As you can see, here, if you want to as you see right now, the intake can go down, but the end effector is still fine. And as Colin loads a coral into the robot, and it comes right back on up, this stows into here. This is our stow position. It has the coral pointing forward towards the intake. That way then everything's quick, ready to move around. Now whenever we go to score in a L1 position, as you can see, everything can go down. We don't have to worry about our climber here colliding with the intake at all. And everything's safe. And then do a algae on L3. As you can see, even whenever we do algae related stuff, everything won't collide with each other. And one other thing that you possibly may have noticed is our different LED blink codes. We have many different blink codes on the robot. This here being, we are in a coral and intaking on our primary, which is our coral ground intake here. The flashing on this side indicates that we are scoring on the right side of the face, and switching sides indicates which side of the reef we want to score on. Switching this over here to become red now indicates that we'll be intaking on our secondary. Secondary intaking on coral is feeder right here. And then if we switch it on over to algae, teal indicates algae. Red and teal indicates that we'll be doing a ground algae. Whereas if we're on green and we're on algae, we'll do one of the reef faces. We can do all of this by using the reef deck here. Using the reef deck that we have custom designed, we have many different buttons on the front and back in order to indicate where we'll be scoring and how we pick up. Left switch indicating coral versus algae, right switch indicating primary versus secondary, center switch here indicating net versus processor, and then the different reef posts. I'm gonna hand this back to Colin to wrap this up.
And that's kind of our robot for this year. We decided we wanted to try and play just about every aspect of the game. Little quick thing we didn't really cover that much. We have a climb that's attached to our elevator system, so that helps us to get that deep climb every single time. And if you guys have seen us in the matches, we've been scoring pretty consistently on all the levels, taking that algae and scoring it all the way up in the bars.
All right. Well, on behalf of Fun, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day. Good luck to you guys in the rest of the competition, and we'll hope to see you deep in elims.
Awesome. Thank you guys.